Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, welcome to paradise. You know, as accustomed as I am to public speaking, this is the most difficult speech of my life. But I'm going to give it a shot. Congratulations, Brianna and Zev. I'm so proud of both of you. Individually, you're a class act, but together, you're a power couple. There's no debate about that. I'm happy and thrilled for both of you, just beyond words. And of course, as Judy mentioned, there's actually one, oh, it's not a person, a dog, more happy than me now that they have legit married parents. So, all right, Callie's present and accounted for. Looking back to when Brianna was born, and I have to go back that far, I just vividly recall the first time she grabbed onto my little finger, and she had me hooked. But actually, Brianna has had me wrapped around her little finger ever since, but always to my delight. There's never any doubt about that. Brianna and Cassandra, or she goes by Cassie these days, they were in the high school years, and whenever we talked about college, I'd always say, in-state. And Cassie went to UMass Amherst, which was in-state, so I got in-state tuition. Perfect. It was great. Good job, Cassie. And then Brianna went to a state school also. But when I said in-state, when I said go state college, I didn't say in-state. Oh, off to Ohio. There's actually a line on the invoice. You should thank me. There's a line on the invoice that says out-of-state premium. Okay, I got that. All right. It worked out. Brianna has very high standards. She didn't actually enjoy dating very much because she just couldn't find a guy that would, cut it with her until she met Zev. So I asked Brianna, it was really a couple years ago now, what do you see in this guy? Well, the answer is key. She said, Dad, this is the first guy that can keep up with me. And that was what Judy talked about today, keeping up with Brianna and Brianna now keeping up with Zev. And so that's a perfect match if I ever saw one. Zev thinks everything through very thoroughly, and that's what I like about Zev. He came to me one day last year, and quietly we're down in the basement in the rec room, and little did I know that Brandon, a friend upstairs, listening, oh, what's going on down there? And Zev asked me permission to marry Brianna. And of course, I wanted to say no. I mean, I'm a dad. Nick, what do you think? No, there's no man good enough for my daughter. I did say yes. I thought it through. And but then I asked Zev, I said, well, what's your plan? He said, well, plan about what? How are you going to propose? I said, oh, I'm going to, we're going to have a nice dinner and this and that. And he says, I said, that is lame. I said, you need to go max romantic. So Zev took that seed, he cultivated it, he made a plan. And he brought, Judy and Toby were down in Florida, ended up family down in Florida. Zev snuck us down to Florida. He didn't pay for the ticket. But. So anyways, he took the plan, and Judy mentioned earlier tonight, it says January 13th, the lucky number, Friday the 13th, the lucky number forever in their life. Siesta Key, 2 hours up the coast, and sunset on the beach, dropped to the knee, and proposed. Randy has the video. Scott had the champagne on ice, and Toby snuck us in at the last minute and just made her as red-faced as we could possibly do. She was delighted. Good job, Zev. Zev worked it on it, yeah. Zev's my financial advisor, too, by the way. And as long as I have Scott backing him up, I'm okay. So, anyways, Judy, where's Judy? Judy, thank you so much for investing in yourself, into their getting ready to get married, and the officiating the ceremony today. That was really nice. Very sweet. Good job. Scott and Toby, thank you for welcoming us warmly into your family. It's wonderful to be in the Mintz family. Brianna and Zev, bless you. May God bless your marriage and keep you forever and ever in each other's arms. Congratulations. All right, Scott, I think you're up. Is it Scott? Scott's up. All right. Scott has 27 pages. We were working on the timing earlier today. It's like 45 minutes. You know, you can start serving during Scott's speech. It's no problem.
Tom, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Hug time. Thank you. Thanks for the introduction. I love it. Okay. Pressure. I do have a little speech, but keep the mic. Is that good? Well, before we got down here, one of our close friends texted my wife, Toby, and said, "This is going to be an epic affair." Amy, thank you. And no doubt, it is an epic affair. It doesn't get any better than this. Family, friends, this is the most enjoyable evening thus far in a long time. Now I do have a few prepared remarks. Okay. First of all, I want to thank all our wonderful friends and relatives for joining us for this very special occasion. I realize all the time and expense it took to be here with us, and it's truly appreciated. I want to acknowledge Grandma Sue in making the huge effort to be here and share this celebration. What a beautiful and exhilarating place to have such a spectacular party. The ceremony was perfect, and the weather was amazing. What a great job Judy did in officiating the ceremony. We want to extend our warmest thanks for all the positive energy and the time you invested in preparing for this crucial role and making this wedding a huge success. You are really in our hearts and souls every day, and we love you for that. Thank you. A big shout out to the Coolies for all their time and effort in planning such a momentous celebration. It helps to have 2 lieutenant colonels in the Air Force to help navigate all the minefields encountered while planning and executing this affair. But Brianna was the true quarterback and the person who put all her heart and soul into making this occasion such a huge success. There is a thread of Brianna in every detail of the wedding, from venue, invitations, centerpieces, music, food, and the list goes on. As you know, Toby and I definitely could not have pulled this off without everyone's guidance and support. So a huge shout out to the Coolies and Brianna. Page 1. There's going to be 4 chapters, Judy, I think. Okay, where to begin? Well, let's start with Zev's birth. Allow me a couple of hours for this. I definitely suggest you go to the bar. Thanks, Bob. Have a shot on me. Okay, Tom. Tom, I'm waiting for you to come back, by the way, before I continue. As many of you know, Zev and his brother Randy were born on the same date, February 4th, 5 years apart. And that's where the competition began. Toby threw me out of the delivery room when Zev was born and told me to celebrate Randy's birthday with him at Henry and Ellen's house in Framingham, Mass. Thank you, Henry and Ellen. Zev never forgave me for that. For 18 years, he tortured the hell out of me. Literally. All the testosterone in the Mintz family. Toby loved every minute of it. It gets better. The saving grace was when Randy married Liz last year in Coastal, Maryland. Alas, another woman in the family and someone to commiserate with. Liz, Randy. And today, Toby is very excited for the addition of Brianna to our hood. As Zev grew up, he always wanted to be like Randy and hang out with him and the crew of party-seeking friends. Never a dull moment in Simsbury. Right, Mike and Amy? Stand up, Mike. Take a bow. As the years passed, Zev needed to protect himself and decided to take up wrestling like Randy and myself. He really didn't take a liking to the sport, for Randy used to beat blank out of him constantly. He did find his stride, though, playing badminton, and was ranked number 2 in the state. Stand up, Zev. Number 2. Number 1, sorry. There's only 4 people who played in Connecticut, but he did succeed. Another sport he excelled in was tennis. He joined the tennis team in high school and definitely annihilated me and eventually even beat Randy. Is that true? Okay. We'll get to that. Mom, you want to hold this for a second? I think I'm a little lost.
Hello?
Okay. Thanks to Uncle Chuck, professional sports became a mainstay in our home. Never a season goes by without Zev missing a Patriots or Red Sox game. My passion was and still is the financial markets. No time for sports. As Zev got older, he saw the value in my pursuit and followed in my footsteps. Eventually, Zev shifted his focus to academics later on in high school. And how he thrived, he blew me away with his early academic success. Since Toby, Randy, and myself went to a Big Ten school, Zev's intention was to do the same. Lo and behold, he was accepted and attended the Fisher College of Business at the Ohio State University. Well, go ahead. Go. Okay, can I continue? A partial academic scholarship, no less. The competition continues. What a mark Zev left at the university, achieving magna cum laude honors, president of his fraternity, forming a software venture with his close friend Benson, and taking advantage of every single party and football event at the university that it had to offer. Microphone, thank you. I recall one semester he received all A's with the exception of a B+ in Jewish studies, no less. He was furious. His determination for achievement and success was even evident then. Next semester, he put in the extra effort and accomplished his goal of straight A's. His love for the Ohio State was only second to that of Brianna's. He met the woman of his dreams in Ohio, although she's from Massachusetts. Go figure. Brianna was a couple of years ahead of Zev in school and decided to pursue a career path with IBM as a consultant. She spent 2 years commuting back and forth to Ohio State to be with Zev. We knew this was getting very serious when they decided to purchase their cute little Frenchie, Callie or the bear. We never had dogs when the boys were growing up due to my history of raising German Short-haired Pointers when I was younger. Thanks, Mom. Uncle Keith and Aunt Deborah had a tribe of German Shorthairs that my kids simply adored. This influence had a lasting effect on both boys, and the rest is history. The Polly. As a gift to me for being part of the wedding and being Callie's best friend, Zev is allowing me to take care of Callie while they take their 2-week honeymoon in the Bahamas and Grand Cayman Island. I can't thank you enough. Okay. After graduation, Zev had to make a decision as to what career path to take. He interned a couple of summers at Travelers. Thanks, Bob. He was even offered a job after the second year. But Zev needed his independence and was determined to be more entrepreneurial. He wanted to grow a business while being challenged at the same time. After many interviews and hours of deliberation, I was thrilled when he was decided to join me in my wealth management practice. A dream comes true to have my son work side by side with me every day. His determination, insightfulness, diligence, and analytical capabilities have already taken us to the next level. Zev has an interesting balance of the two of us. He has my fire and something else. I know it's important.
The microphone.
My fire and determination and focus, and as Toby's sensitive availability to negotiate peaceful and fair solutions. Toby, you can stand up, Toby. All right. We're almost done. Zev and Brianna are the true power couple. Brianna is quiet, planned, soothing force in the relationship. She is always willing to go anywhere and do anything, as witnessed with her recent trips to Portugal, Hungary, and China, all in 1 month. We have to bribe Zev with Caesar salads and clam chowder to visit us or go to family events. But Brianna will instantaneously say, "We will be there," bringing both families even closer together. We simply love and adore Brianna. A new house is in the future to accommodate all of Brianna's shoes and clothes. which of course Zev has accounted for in one of his many spreadsheets. Both Zev and Brianna are loving, caring, high potential people who will continue to grow together and protect each other in their long journey ahead. We are confident that the love for each other and Callie will grow in the years ahead. We are so excited to be part of their lives and will always be there for them. So please raise your glasses really high and toast to this wonderful couple and Mazel Tov.